let's have some coffee and talk about Trader Joe's. Oh, this one's world's puffiest. They really help me with portion control and they're really delicious. Turkey jerky, my favorite Trader Joe's finds and how I use them when I'm following the WW Blue plan. Ooh, I almost forgot. Cheese, but amazing. Get the coffee going. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Lauren. I love sharing recipes, grocery hauls, my weight loss journey, WW content, and mom life all here on my channel. So last week, I actually made a run to Trader Joe's. And Trader Joe's, as you guys know who've been following me for a while, it's a special trip for me because after we moved out of the city, it's a good 40-minute drive to get to my nearest Trader Joe's. But last week, I was dropping my sister who came in for a visit back off at the airport, so I was in the Atlanta area. So of course, I found a way to get a Trader Joe's run in while I was there. Everything was a little crazy last week. I had a bunch of family in visiting for my daughter's birthday, and filming the haul kind of just fell off my plate. But I still wanted to share those things with you guys because a lot of people ask, what are your go-to staples when you do go to Trader Joe's, especially when you're following a health journey, a weight loss journey, WW. Trader Joe's has a lot of fun stuff. It's not always all healthy, but they do have some really good options that are healthy. So I figured it's not too late. I still have a bunch in my pantry, fridge, and freezer. I'm gonna pull everything out today, share the haul that I have left with you guys. We have gotten into a few things that might be open or that we've already eaten through, but I'm gonna talk about them. And I was like, let's have a chatty haul. I'll share all the groceries I got, plus talk about how I like to use the products and items, what kind of meals I like to make. And I feel like having that kind of knowledge is better than just having, here's my grocery list. Like, how are you eating those things? How are you making a full meal out of those items? So all of this started because my daughter and I were sitting down to breakfast this morning and I was taking pictures for my Instagram of the breakfast I made using Trader Joe's English crumpets. And I was like, wait, let's share all of this with my YouTube fam too. So here is that breakfast now I'm gonna share with you real quick. It's a savory English crumpet breakfast. My daughter had hers sweet, so it's so nice that you can use the option of doing sweet or savory with them. They will run you around the same amount of points as a light English muffin for one. So I think the Thomas's light English muffins are usually like 2 or 3 points depending on the variety per muffin. And these are 3 points a piece. So it's really right on track. And I just did it with some reduced fat shredded cheddar cheese, some spinach arugula mix, and a soft boiled egg and a little bit of seasoning. And then I did a side of fruit as well. Trader Joe's fruit was on point when I went last week. Sometimes it's a toss up. Their prices are on fruit. I a lot of times like to stock up on my fruit from Aldi. I find they have better prices, but I did get a huge box of strawberries from Trader Joe's last week. They had a big 2-pound package that looked so good and they smelled really good. We're so excited for strawberries to be back in season. We go through them like that in my household. And we also picked up the blueberries, raspberries I grabbed at Aldi. So that's my breakfast this morning. Real quick, I'm gonna finish eating because mom life, do you ever finish your food when it's hot? I'm always eating cold food. I'm gonna eat my breakfast and maybe make myself a cup of coffee, and then let's sit and chat through my favorite Trader Joe's finds and how I use them when I'm following the WW Blue plan. The problem with food blogging, you make delicious looking things, but you always end up eating them cold. Okay guys, did you do it? Did you grab your coffee? Do you need me to wait? I'll wait. Okay, let's have some coffee and talk about Trader Joe's. I figure first, I'm just gonna go ahead and share with you guys my go-to pantry staples. These are things that every time I'm getting low or run out of one, it goes on the list and I pick it up the next time I go. So I have just like a rolling stock of these items. I use them as staples in my kitchen all the time. Fresh coffee. Let me know in the comments down below, what is your guys' go-to coffee right now? I just typically will drive through Starbucks and get them to coarse grind me a fresh bag of beans, like a dark or medium roast. I use my French press, and then currently I've really been into using reduced calorie Swiss Miss hot cocoa mix and making like a French press mocha at home. So that's what's in here in case you were wondering, but I love coffee, so Let me know, what are you guys doing at home? What's your go-to low point coffee? Let's get into our Trader Joe's stuff. I always like to pick up some of the Trader Joe's marinara sauce. This is not gonna be the most low point marinara sauce that you can do. It runs you about 4 points per half cup, but it's really good and the ingredients are good. So I do like it. I'll typically keep a jar or two of this on hand. And then actually recently what I've been doing is making my own. I'll pick up just plain canned tomato sauce and add my own Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic. And that's how I usually make pasta sauce or pizza sauce when we are making those things at home. But for a quick weeknight meal, mamas, we all know kids will always eat pasta. So if I need something in a bind, this is my go-to. Or if I'm doing something more like a veg heavy with sauce kind of dish and skipping the pasta, I've actually done that a few times recently where I just do a marinara full of hearty vegetables and then I top it with like some crispy Brussels sprouts from the air fryer, and it makes a great Italian style veggie bowl without the pasta. And then I will spend the points on the sauce. That's good because the veggies are all 0. So that's another way I use this. Next, I use Trader Joe's extra virgin olive oil. Honestly, I don't taste a big difference in olive oils, whether they're super inexpensive or super expensive, but I love it because it's a large bottle, it lasts a long time, and this is what I really love. It comes with this pour spout, and it's just super easy for like drizzling, either if I'm making a salad dressing at home out of it, or if I'm using to cook in. Honestly, I usually use avocado oil if I'm cooking with it, and extra virgin olive oil because it has a higher smoke point. This one doesn't have as high of a smoke point, and so I usually use this more with flavoring to add to sauces or dressings that I'm making at home. We all know Trader Joe's is known for their spices. They have a great selection of spices at a really affordable price point. So I always grab my staples when I'm there. Their pink salt crystals in a grinder, their black pepper in a grinder, and their lemon pepper in a grinder. I love having all 3 of these on hand for cooking, and honestly, I'm pretty sure they only come in at like $1.99 or $2.99 a piece, which is amazing. They also come out with a lot of specialty seasonings. I'm currently waiting. I called 3 different Trader Joe's stores, and they promised me the citrus spice mix that came out recently. I'll pop a picture up that everyone has been talking about. Well, of course, because I live farther away and I didn't get over there within the first week or 2 of its release, they were out. But I called around to a few different stores and they told me, the store employee told me, they should be receiving more around March 5th. They are coming back in stores, everything's being restocked. Their warehouse was totally sold out really fast as soon as it launched, but they should be coming out with more. So no fear, I was told from the store, it's coming back. You know I'll be there as soon as it returns. So that's an approximate date, she said. It could be a little bit before, a little bit after. That's just their approximate shipping date. But in the meantime, you guys see these on my channel all the time. I'm always using these spices. Everything but the bagel. This is such a go-to. And Aldi is actually a related company to Trader Joe's. I believe they have like the same parent corporation. Don't quote me on that, but it's something similar. They carry a lot of the same products, just with a different label. So you can find some of these at your Aldi too. So if you don't have a Trader Joe's near you, check your Aldi section of their spices and you may get some similar items. So everything but the bagel, sesame seasoning blend. I love that on bagels with light cream cheese and smoked salmon, or it's really good topped on eggs and toast or avocado toast. Here is my chili lime seasoning, and I swear my husband jokes that anytime I cook any sort of Mexican food, this is in my recipe somewhere. I'm always adding this for that extra bit of kick and flavor. It just tastes so good. Whether I'm using taco seasoning and I add a little bit of this extra into our taco meat, or this is really good on like corn and beans for a veggie side. And actually, one of my new favorite ways to have this is on top of fresh mango. It's kind of like a tahini, but it has a really bright like lime citrus taste to it, as well as that little kick of spice. Now this one, I haven't used it too much since getting it, but I actually really, really like it, and it has hung around. You can still find this everything but the elote seasoning. This is great, mostly on corn. I've used it. Actually, I did try this sprinkled on shrimp, and it was pretty good too. So let me know if you guys have tried this. How else are you using it right now? I've got a couple more things before we get into the refrigerated and freezer foods. Sorry, I had a quick pause for a coffee break and to get Lila a snack. So she is playing over in the living room. So if you guys hear like tiny little noises or voices or some music, my toddler is playing right next to me, right over there. So, okay. Get the coffee going. I really like having some of the Trader Joe's dried pasta on hand. I feel like I can get spaghetti, and it's spaghetti anywhere. Normally when I'm going to Trader Joe's, I'm trying to find those specialty things that I can't just get at my Walmart or my Aldi, things that I really truly love having around. The mini raviolis. These are my daughter's absolute favorite. So she loves this just to be cooked in boiling water, and then I usually put just a little bit of like light butter with it and some steamed broccoli, and that is an easy meal. I usually make at least a double batch of it right away. Not a double batch, it's not like 2 whole bags of this, but like a double serving. So I give her one for lunch, and then I have another serving left for like a dinner or another lunch that week. Super easy meal to have on hand for the kids. It is really good. You can zhuzh it up for adults too. But if I'm going for the adults, I love their pesto tortellini. This is so good, these mini tortellinis. If you want to bump up the flavor, instead of boiling these in plain water, do a mix of chicken stock and water. And it gives them such a great flavor. They end up so tender. They're great just with like a little olive oil seasoning or veggies with them. I don't typically do like a marinara because they have the pesto inside, so I keep it a little bit lighter. These are great. These also make a really delicious pasta salad with some like raw veggies mixed in. So good. Since we're talking about grains, something that I have been really into lately is the quinoa. This is the white quinoa, the organic one from Trader Joe's. This is so easy just to like add a little like bump and beef up to like a salad. I've really been into Buddha bowls or grain bowls lately, just using up a ton of like leafy greens and raw veggies. I put in some cooked quinoa and then just like a little like vinaigrette dressing. Sometimes I'll put some shredded chicken breast or shrimp in there too if I want to bump up the protein. But this just really, I feel like, rounds out the bowl and makes it heartier than just like a light salad for lunch. So I really love doing it this way. This also makes a really great faux pasta salad. I know that these grains are gonna cost you points on the Weight Watchers program. However, when I'm eating them, I'm usually eating them a part of a vegetarian or lighter dish. So I'm not really spending a ton of points in other areas when I use them. So I'm okay giving a little bit more to something that's gonna keep me full and have fiber and a healthy track all day. A nice, healthy, but filling option. So that's probably on our lunch menu later this week. And then I also picked up some Israeli couscous. Again, I know that these grains are gonna cost a few points, just like pasta would, but I'm usually eating them with a ton of veggies and it all balances out. It's a nice way though to mix up your meals. You're not always having salad or pasta or meat and a vegetable. Like, you can mix it up on Weight Watchers. Keep yourself interested in your meals. It's gonna keep you in your points and on track better if you give yourself some variety. Okay, so real quick, let's just talk about a few snacks that I like to keep on hand. I have a 3-year-old and a husband. They both are snackers. They like to have little things throughout the day. I'm not a huge snacker. I'd be just happy having my breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe something at the end of the night, but I have to have snacks on hand for them. So here's some things I always pick up at Trader Joe's. First up, the Walks Into a Bar cereal bars. These ones are in strawberry. We also picked up the apple flavor when we were at the store, but literally there's like one left at this point. So my husband loves taking these with like a banana as like a quick on the road breakfast in the morning on the way to work. Lila loves these for morning snack. She's literally eating one right now, which is why, sorry if this video seems a little like stop-start. I keep having to help out the tiny human. They run you 140 calories per bar, and I think they're about 8 points each. So they are hefty in points and calories, but I feel like that's how most cereal bars are. So These aren't something I would personally eat as just a snack. It's more of like if you wanted to eat this with some fruit as like a breakfast, or, you know, like a light like lunch to get you through to dinner time or something. For the kids. Also for my kiddo, I always grab her some of the fruit crushers. These are just like applesauce pouches, but they're mixed with other fruit. So this one is apple strawberry. That one's her favorite. They're 50 calories for the pouch. So, I mean, hey, go to town. If you want to have one too, they're pretty good. I've had them before. Okay, and my apologies. These two items are definitely already broken into. One is almost already gone. This is a new favorite for us. It's the Trader Joe's jerk style plantain chips. And this was such a fun find because I found it, I looked up, I was trying to just find like ideas for like new things to try from Trader Joe's, and I came across a list, and it was, what do professional chefs buy at Trader Joe's? It was a really cool list. I think I'll link it down in the description for you guys. But this made so many people's list, and I understand why. It is not like bananas. It is not sweet. They have a nice crunch to them like a chip, but they are more firm, and that jerk style seasoning, these have a serious kick. So if you guys like spicy, I highly recommend. These have been a great little snack with the fresh mango and chili lime seasoning that I like. Sometimes I'll use it as like a salsa and dip these in there. But these on their own are really great too. And I think it's because of the spice, I can't eat too many of them. So I'm not gonna go and like binge the whole bag at a time. They really help me with portion control, and they're really delicious. So these are so yummy. If you like spice, they are definitely spicy. I recommend trying these out next time. And then to be honest, I'm lucky to have any of this left at all after being in the house for a couple days. This is the white cheddar corn puffs, and all three of us, me, my husband, and my daughter, love this stuff. It's just like Pirate's Booty, or I think they have, it's called like the puffiest corn, I don't know, something like that. Oh, this one's World's Puffiest white cheddar corn puffs. They have some at Aldi too that are really good, but we love doing this as like a family movie snack. We'll just like pour a big bowl of it, and we'll all have some. It's really great on points. It's really good. Okay, and then my final like pantry snack item, we love trying out the Trader Joe's crisps. They come out with all sorts of flavors. They also have a date, it's like date and seeds one. This is the raisin rosemary. They have some sort of a cranberry or pumpkin seed one during the holidays and fall time. They just come out with a ton of varieties. They're a great little cracker. I love to have a few of these on like a little snack board with some cheese and like turkey pepperoni, or like turkey jerky. At the end of the night, make like a great little charcutes board. This is so delicious too with one of the items I'm about to show you. Let me go pull out all my fridge stuff, and we'll continue this chatty haul. Well, if you guys see a lurker, Lila has joined us. She's playing with her magnet animals on our fridge. So anything to keep her busy, right? Had another sip of coffee. Let's get to the fridge and freezer. So I'm gonna real quick go through just a couple of fridge items I bought. I did mention a few of like the fresh items we got this time around. We got strawberries and blueberries, and we also did some baby broccoli. They were so good. We made it as a part of our dinner last night, and I would 100% buy those again. I just steamed them in a saute pan with a little bit of avocado oil and salt, and they made a really delicious side that was a vegetable. So we had those items that we've mostly gone through at this point, being a week out. And I also, I almost forgot cheese. We can't forget about the cheese. I forgot to go in the cheese drawer. So I just have a couple items. I do love getting the light cheese at Trader Joe's. It's one of the only places I can always find some interesting varieties in a light or reduced fat form. So I did grab some more light string cheese. I had already gotten rid of the outer package. I like break them down into a little bin of like snacks for Lila in the fridge. And then these are newer, but amazing. These are the mini brie bites, and I've had one already for like a snack in the evening with some fruit on the side and some pretzel thins. It was so good. So these are some of my new favorites. I love them so much. And then this one I did not repurchase because I couldn't find it there this time. I'm hoping they come back with it again. I don't know if it was seasonal or not. I can't really figure that out. But this was the organic sweet and spicy mustard sauce. And guys, I'm sad. I have maybe one portion of this left. I love putting this on Brussels sprouts in the air fryer or on carrots in the air fryer. This would also be really good on chicken or probably, I don't know, anything, any kind of vegetable. This is just delicious. It is definitely spicy. I tend to mix mine with just a touch of red wine vinegar. It kind of brings down and mellows out the aggressive spice that's at that, like the kick at the end, but it has a really good flavor overall. So I still really love it. And I hope they come back with it. Another staple I always get is some minced garlic when I'm at Trader Joe's. I love it. It's so easy. This is like the one food prep thing that I can't stand doing myself. I like to buy like my veggies and fruit in bulk and like wash and break down and chop and peel all that myself and just get it ready for the week. Garlic? No, thank you. Give me the pre-minced. I can't stand cleaning my garlic press, so this is my cheat. This is another staple for us. I buy this every single time I go to Trader Joe's, and it is the garlic spread dip. This on those crackers I was talking about is such a delicious like appetizer or evening snack. It's not too bad points-wise because it has so much flavor that a little bit goes a long way with this spread. My favorite way to eat this is on top of salmon. Whether you bake it in the oven or in the air fryer, just when it's slightly under, when you just need like 1 or 2 minutes left, I put 1 tablespoon of this on each fillet. It won't like totally melt down. You just spread it over and do a squeeze of lemon and your salmon's ready to go, and it's amazing. This with like a side of asparagus or another like green vegetable, dinner done. It's so good. This is actually a new item for me and I can't wait to try it. I have a recipe I'm using it for. Later this week, we're going to put this on top of some chicken and bake it. It's the romesco dip. It sounds so yummy. It's like a bright and zesty Spanish-inspired sauce with roasted red peppers, tomatoes, and crushed almonds. I love Spanish tapas food. We haven't been able to go out for tapas in a long time. Thank you, Corona pandemic. We're going to try this on top of chicken as like a dinner this week with a veg on the side, but I bet you could also use this just to like dip veggies in or something like that, or crackers, like if it could be like warmed up and then like a warm cracker dip. Okay, then real quick, the last things I have to show you guys are all of my go-to freezer items. I stock up on a ton of freezer stuff. Anytime I go to Trader Joe's now, since it's farther away, I bring a cooler in my car. Yep, I'm that person. I don't fill it with ice or anything. The cooler itself is really well insulated. So when I just put a bunch of the freezer stuff in and some of the refrigerated stuff on top if I feel like I need to, if it's really hot, we live in Georgia, your car gets hot. So you have to think about these things. I put it all inside, close it up, and I'm able to make it like the 45 minute drive home, and it's still perfectly frozen when I get home. So I was needing to find a solution because there's no way I was going to go to Trader Joe's 40 minutes away and not come home with ice cream. These are our favorite little ice cream bites. These are the Hold the Cones from Trader Joe's. They are a great sweet bite at night if you're on the WW plan. And if you have toddlers, this is the perfect size little ice cream cone for them. And they think it's so fun, it's cute, and it's small. So these are always, I actually bought 2 boxes and the other one's already open in the freezer, but we stock up when we go. Next up, I have the frozen acai packets. These are always at Trader Joe's. These are such a great staple to have on hand if you want just like a fun morning breakfast. I especially love these in the warmer months to have like a nice cold breakfast. I usually let these thaw out a little bit in like a water bath for a few minutes, and then I pop them into a blender with like a banana, and then I pour it into a bowl and I'll top it with berries or coconut or nuts or seeds or, you know, or sliced bananas. And you just make like a really fun like fruit smoothie bowl, basically. They're good. And they're super fruit. Like they have lots of vitamins and minerals in there, I think. That's what people tell me. I can't go to Trader Joe's without either of these. So Lila is absolutely obsessed with the Trader potato tots. I guess they're tater tots. They're really good. We stick these in our air fryer. They make a great little side for dinners or lunches. And we also really like their sweet potato fries. So easy peasy, great, just staples to have in the freezer for meals. They go on the side of anything. The sweet potato fries are also really good if you want to build them into like your own little sweet potato fry, like nachos. Yeah. So if you do like ground turkey with some taco seasoning, you can sprinkle that on top along with like some cheese, some plain non-fat Greek yogurt in place of sour cream. Maybe you throw some bell pepper in there. You could do the same thing with the tater tots too, actually, but we love making these into nachos. They're a great like fun Friday family night dinner. Another staple are these cauliflower gnocchis. These actually have a really good texture. Sometimes I'm like meh about cauliflower rice. I want it to be like rice. It's not. I can't expect it to be rice, I think I've learned. I try to get it a little bit crispy on the outside, and that has helped with the texture, so it's not so mushy. But the gnocchi are nothing like that. They really have a nice, soft, pillowy bite to them. I like doing them with just like some sauteed veggies and olive oil drizzled on them. They're really good, simple, clean. These make a great lunch too. Another staple for our freezer, I always make sure I pick up a package of the organic brown rice. These actually come with 3 bags inside, and they're microwave steamables. So there's 2 cups of rice in each one of the 3 bags in here. So it's the perfect size for like our family. We have 2 adults and a toddler. I bet even if you were like 2 adults and 2 kids, if you're doing like rice as like a side or a base to a dish that you're putting more things on top of, so easy. You don't have to dirty up a pan, which hello, we all love as moms. Stick this guy in the microwave and bada boom, you got great brown rice. It's foolproof. It's always cooked well. So we always grab some of this. These, funnily enough, the fish nuggets are really delicious. These are actually really great in the air fryer. I got these hoping to try and get my toddler to branch out and eat something. Any other moms out there struggling with toddlers who don't eat? Because I'm there with you. But Josh and I tried them, and you know what I did with them? I made them into fish tacos. And I'm pretty proud of myself for it. They were super good. So we put these in the air fryer. I cut them up into like more like strip-like pieces because they're pretty rectangular nuggets. So I cut them up into little strips. We put them on top of our La Banderita low-carb tortillas that we really like, along with some cabbage slaw mix. And then I just used plain non-fat Greek yogurt with some lime juice, salt, pepper, and some of that chili lime seasoning I talked about to drizzle on top. And they were great little fish tacos, super easy on a weeknight. Yeah, and hopefully I'll get her to eat these sometime because they were tasty and they're something different. Something else from the freezer. So these are actually in the refrigerated section. I popped ours into the freezer because I already had like 1 or 2 packages of chicken sausages in the fridge, so I knew I wasn't gonna get to them right away. But these are the sweet apple chicken sausage. And I love using these for sheet pan meals, like with green beans or sweet potatoes or Brussels sprouts. All I do is I like lay the veggies out on a sheet pan. I've done this in one of my meal preps before. I will link that meal prep up in the iCard above. I think it's 5 points for each sausage, and then the veggies are 0. So pretty good low point lunch there. Another family staple we love to hand on hand is some garlic naan. Obviously, this is gonna run you some points. It's a carb and a bread product, but it all depends on how you build your meal and balance things out. We really love having this on the side of like soup. One item, I can't believe they were out of it. I normally use the Mediterranean orzo pasta salad that you can find in the prepared foods refrigerated section. One of my all-time favorite items from Trader Joe's, but my store was out of it this last time. Made like a lemon Greek soup with it. But this is so good on the side. You just put these in the oven to toast off, and you have it for dipping in that like lemony broth. So good. I always love to stock up on veggies at Trader Joe's. I got some broccoli florets. I actually bought 2 bags of it this time, and then some green beans, which we already dug into some of the French style ones. Everyone in my family loves these. We normally steam them, or sometimes the green beans, I'll actually roast them in the oven, and that gives them like a great little like crispy crunch on the outside. So their frozen veggies are actually a really good price. So, I mean, when I think about buying them at Walmart or Aldi, it's pretty comparable. I don't really bat an eye. I just pick some up at Trader Joe's when I'm there. They're often organic. I don't know if these ones are. I'm not really that like organic crunchy granola person. If you are, great. Like, I think Trader Joe's is the perfect place for you to shop if you are. So I would like to be probably more aware of that stuff, but we have other hurdles we're working through right now called 150 pounds that I'm trying to lose. So make sure you follow my weight loss journey if you're interested in seeing more of that. But anyway, green veggies, they're always great. I throw them on the side of everything. Or again, I'll use these for like that sheet pan meal with the chicken sausage. Yeah, everyone needs frozen veggies on hand for weeknight dinners. And finally, I talk about this all the time. It's the number one thing my family asks me to get when I go to Trader Joe's. I always buy at least 2 of each of them. If I had more freezer space, I'd probably buy more. It's the Mandarin orange chicken and the chicken fried rice, or we like the vegetable fried rice too. I just grabbed the chicken this time. So I grab at least 2 packages of each of these. We already last Friday night had our take out at home dinner with them. They're super easy to make. They come together in like less than 30 minutes. They're an easy meal. Everyone in my family will eat it. Lila, not so much on this, but she'll eat the rice. She's funny about meat right now. I don't know. So anyway, this is one of our favorites. We really, really enjoy it. And that's it. Well guys, I am out of groceries to share and I'm almost out of my coffee. So I think it's time to wrap up this video here. I hope you enjoyed following along as I shared my Trader Joe's haul from last week, kind of talked about the recipes and meal ideas I had in mind for them. If you guys have any questions or if you have items that you think I need to try the next time I head over to Trader Joe's that you want to see in the next haul, make sure you leave a comment down below. And I would love for you guys to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. So thanks so much for joining me for our little coffee chat and Trader Joe's talk. Until next time, bye!
I always do.